in just 8 minutes, I'm going to have to answer a question that was asked not directly to me, but by Boh3m3. Yeah, and he asked us, you know, as a group, as a company, as what does Renato calls us, as a community, why do I tube? Why do I tube? You know, I and we Boh3m3, the entire community tubes, you know. But I guess I can see your point. Tubing nowadays, fashion sense, whatever it was back then, it's changed. And you haven't noticed this. Let me give you an example, right? In that one we were talking about, gays instantly have fashion sense. That's kind of changed around now, right? It was reality TV, and it was gays and then reality TV, and now it's this, okay? What's so special about this, I hear you say? Is that what you say? What is so special about this? How about our parents are doing what we're doing in front of thousands of people? Think on that, you. Used to be in the past, if your parents did something, no, that's not cool. Not cool. Never doing it. You know, you'd be out swimming, and your mom would come along, and she would be like, hey, and you'd be like, go away, go away. But it's not like that. It's like a giant swimming pool where everyone is in it at once, isn't it? So, why do I tube? Because everyone is there. Think about it. If your parents are doing what you're doing, right, then it goes from every type of person in every generation. Your grandfather can be doing it. You know, he's out there and he's respected because he's talking about things in the war, things in the past that we don't know. You know, your father is doing it, and he's got loads of people that like him, respect his opinion, and then you're doing it and people find you funny, and your trade brother or something's doing it, and you've got all your entire family doing this, right? So, only is it a community, but it's a community that grows together like a family. If something happens to someone, we feel sorry for them, or we try to help them. You know, I know they try to exploit us a lot, but when they're not trying to exploit us, when they're actually being sincere and truthful about what's going on, we must admit, everything is, from goths, skaters, you know, punks into metal, all these different trends and brands that you see loitering around places that never really had a civilization or friends before, who somehow are of most viewed lists. Legit people, there's people who cheat, there's people who scam, there's tricksters, and there's spammers. But they're all here. There's lawyers, doctors, there's priests, you know, there's school teachers, there is hundreds of professions, you know. Sometimes they don't even tell you what the job is, you guess it when you're talking to someone, you know, like being a waiter. But, yeah, there's loads of professions as well. All colors, there's all races, everywhere, you know. And we got people helping people out, and we've got people listening to people's stories. We've got true stories, we've got fake stories, you know. We've got hot people who are only on the top subscribers or whatever because they're really, really hot. Then we have really, really ugly people who have amazing talent. And we have singers, you know. We have artists. We have comedians. We have, you know, short film writers and bloggers. Music videos. We have sketches. I mean, we have practically everything. Look at this Renato and Greg Solomon thing. Everyone's taking a side, you know. It's like, it doesn't matter anymore because now everything's going to be coming in war. People are going to go on, this is happening, it's because of that. This is happening, it's because of that. That's been going on all the time. And now, listen, Renato, I just want to tell you something. Boom for thinking this one out, but advertising by the major companies is not a bad thing, right? If they want to come in and buy their way to the top, do you know who it is that's doing it? It's not the companies, it's you, me, everyone. Do you want to know why? You pick up a little item and you go, this is my iPod. Do you see it? Yes. I've been playing tracks on it that I downloaded. You know what happens? iPod message YouTube. Someone is using our thing on one of their videos without permission and admitted to downloading music where we have not permitted it. Legal confrontation, YouTube says, how about we let you advertise on our site? So see, every time we pick up a gadget with a name on it, we're advertising and slowly destroying YouTube. You gotta stop doing that. You gotta use your videos just using you. Don't pick up any items that aren't, I mean, I know they're your items, but they're that person's adverts rights. We don't have the right to advertise that stuff, even just by placing it in front of us, you know? So, yeah, that's damaging YouTube. Your head out of the gutter, think about it, and maybe if we stop doing this, because YouTube aren't going to send messages to everyone who's showing a little thing. I mean, now that they've got their adverts, they don't care if we're doing it anymore. So it's either they have their adverts, we get to do our videos without legal hassle, or they don't have our adverts, and YouTube gets destroyed by all these companies because we're doing stupid things, irresponsible things we can't just get flagged for, which gets them into legal trouble. So we really need to think about it. But it's why I tube. I tube because I get to meet people, I get to explain things, I get to be the tyrant, I get to be the Scotsman, I get to be the Sarge, and I get to do all those things that I like. And maybe one day, in the near or far future, I'll get to be in the daily features list. That would kick some major ass. Until next time, think with the head, not with the camera.